No. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What did I do now? I better save. I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Do I have to show something? Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Let's see the rules again, yeah. So, the rules. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be revealed. Must be relevant to the case on trial. It's not relevant to the case on trial. So I guess we can do that. I cannot show evidence. I saved, right? Cannot show evidence. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie. Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. Take a look again. See this victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it being cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gal, Rido. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? I wasn't the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. I guess, why is he now talking? It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. What? He's like, yup, I'm doing this now. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay on her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her planned, the knife tip and the victim's body, and move the body across the room, and I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. Then I tampered with the crime scene. I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe. But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance. I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to prepare for the worst. I wasn't able to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you are calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hit the most legitimate part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Ooh. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I keep one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Yeah, but this could be from, like, you know, maybe because she wants to help him get off. Like maybe she pulled on the jacket to, you know, help him because he was bleeding, like, and he was not dead immediately, so. Come on, Rido. Cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I don't want to have to do that, being chief and all, but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Rido. You should have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Cannot show evidence. Now it's too late to show the evidence now. Besides, even if I do, I just exposed that poor girl's fingerprints. Right. Think hard over the circumstances. The circumstances. I'm talking about then and now. There's no major difference between the two. There's one major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for that difference? He noticed he's talking him right in the crime. Yeah, he's talking himself into the forging evidence stuff, but to do so because he don't want to be blamed as a murderer. So yeah, I guess he's like talking into that now. So I just figured out my plan. Mr. Wright, this is our only chance, Your Honor. I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Should I do it? Should I do it? It's evidence for something. But what? I don't know if I should present that. You can't think of any other evidence? Yeah, this is maybe the tricky part, huh? Something else wouldn't make sense? Yeah, this is true too. Yeah, let's go for it. I saved somewhere down the line. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes, at last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on this leather, there must have been a strong impact from it on the left to be left so clearly. You mean it could not have been forged? It must be authentic? You know what I mean. Conclusive evidence. Oh. You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Rido had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that, Mr. Wright? Do you really know? However the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are there? Okay. Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person of whom these fingerprints belong to is... Did I do it? I do it. Emma? Emma Sky. What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma, but why? Why didn't you tell me? You know. You're really something, Ryder. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. No. How could you? You monster! Miss Sky. You knew those fingerprints, those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this try, but your career too. You purposely conceal this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I have your badge, boy. It's my badge, no. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned the poor girl into a murderer? My badge! It's mine! I have to write something down. Sorry. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? No. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What a contradiction! What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. What? Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth what could possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Reign? Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. The blue badger! What? No. Check this. Is this in the picture? And I can't see it. The rain? Okay. Thank you. Why isn't there blood on this part? Oh. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Like, there's no blood spill on the freaking, like, print, huh? Yeah, let's try that. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured, blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth, yeah, it doesn't have like blood on it. So it has to be like cut out earlier, huh? Wait, there's no blood on it. Since Emma Sky fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutors aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. Now this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Skye, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him at the armor's sword? Words. Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceed to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. Oh yeah, this is true too. Like, okay, let's figure it out. Like, if he's like impaled, I'm not sure if he can, like, I don't know, maybe the vase was knocked down or whatever. I guess he can't reach that. He can't like reach that like vase to write something. And it would be more convenient to, I don't know, write the name on his own body, I guess, or maybe at the armor behind him. A jar that they then broke on purpose. Yeah, I read that, sorry. And Lana believed her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago, that you personally cut out this bloodless piece of victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer. I'm not sure what this is about, but this is cool. It's finally all over. It's all over. Who's objecting? He's objecting himself? That was close, Wright. You almost had me. What? Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is it's illegal evidence. Yeah, because it's not on the list. Order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Aji, earlier old Writer here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Writo? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't... This is all, you know. I will not read it again. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth, cheesed to be illegal evidence. Sorry, I'm like, my brain is melting right now. I'm sitting here for like more than 6 hours. If I butcher things now, I apologize. But you know, you can read it with me, so I'm sorry. But that's not fair. Ho ho! Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh is on you, son. Like, no, yeah I did it, but no. What? I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. What, my plan? What is this, chef? Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? Maybe. I don't know, maybe I say for that. I did not. It's not illegal. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. So this evidence is illegal. Ah, shush. You shush. I was not done. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Aji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really... You shush. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Ooh. Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do it now. Boop. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? It's a book. You should read it. I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in the book, the second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... No. Sorry. But can you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you. All along. Kodo Diuda! Yeah, it was good. Like again, it's like it's a good case. Like it's a really good case. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes. Map. Oh, no! It was then that you knew you fucked up. Smack table. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be. Smack table in confidence. Demon Gentendorf, the killer was you. Why is he smiling again? Oh my god, he's like... Is he okay? He's like clapping so hard. He did. He clapped himself to death. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angela Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman, Detective Goodman. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you got to help me. Aww. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. Like, hello, I want to talk to you. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. Like, no, stab! He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, sorry, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall. Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, the accursed knife. And I got the stabbies. You know, as you do. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know how it might stumble in, so I hurried up to wipe it up. I was worrying too much about the floor. I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint. Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. So suspicious official Marshall turns out to be somewhat righteous guy. Oh no, he was righteous. We cleared him. We cleared him all the time. He was not suspicious. He was like, again, his brother died in the SL9 incident, and he didn't want the evidence to disappear because he didn't want to let his brother die. So he did this because he was like worried about this case and worried about the memories of his brother. So yeah, he acted from the very beginning righteous. The only thing he really did wrong was to attack Meekins, but he didn't like, I don't know, killed him or something. He like attacked him slightly and beat him unconsciousness. So I guess it's like a mistake for sure, but he was never like, he never intended to like harm anyone. Yeah, leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Skye involved in all this? Well, she had so much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So I took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So I left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crime than a committer. He's like telling all that, huh? They all did their best to get in my way. I got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well. Much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can't feel it. You and me, we're the same. I'm your father! Oh god. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I have friends. Hey, you still here? I appreciate that. Hey, good to have you here again. Like, sorry, this is like a 6.5 hour stream. I didn't stretch in like, I don't know, 4 hours now. I'm feeling my voice hurts. And again, I'm not shouting all the time because after like the first like 4 hours of shouting, I'm like, oh my god, my voice hurts. So yeah. I appreciate you being here. Like, this is like a cool adventure so far. And this case is like big, but again, I like it. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji. What? Looks like we have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Demon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others in the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Aji. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now, you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of something that I can't read because it was too fast gone. Sorry. These are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh, smile. First time she smiled. Oh, I'm crying. Oh my god. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Oh, she looks so different now. Miss Sky. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. Huh, you are nothing. It's like, oh, I'm acting cool, liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, don't smile again. Makes me cry. Stop it. I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-explaining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted in his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Oh. The end? Oh. Well, this trial has gone on for far too long already. Yeah, you tell me. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Ah, finally. At long last, it's finally over. Yeah, finally, dude. Emma, why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't. She wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can't see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. Yeah. I don't want to cry again. No. You know, I did my best to, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting things, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making the detectives run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. The same joke, dude. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, you're here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, Paul. Me? Pal. So, that's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Anna, should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realized I was wrong. I changed after the day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I can see that, yes, clearly. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared? Scared, yeah. Scared, sorry. Scared that you look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. Sis, you were only doing it for me. No, huh? I turned my back on you that day, in hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apology. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you're here. And now you have. Sorry. Oh, no, don't smile on me again. This way will make me cry. Shh, you shush. You shush with your smiles. Make you. Oh, no. You will not. No. Feelings. I can feel them. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because, in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful past. And it is from there that we can move on upon a brighter future. You shush, feelings. At least that's what I felt, watching the two sisters make up. Make out? Make up, sorry. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe, thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? He's like, hello. I'm here too. I need cuddles too. Please hug me. Stop hiding and come over here, you fool. Hello. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right? Well, I'll be going now. It's like, whoop. Feelings. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. Too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth, not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despite criminals. I can feel it. Yeah, I am your father. I created you. I do despite criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, they created you. We're both the best of the best when it comes to fighting crime, but they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trail. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Pointy boy, unite! Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lorna's talking about. Evidence? Huh. Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. A blue badger. What should I show him? What should I show him? Huh? Can you feel the laughter? What can I show him? Something that... Huh? The evidence list. Oh, because we have 2 pieces of the evidence list? Oh, what? That's the picture I drew. Oh yeah, it's 2 parts of a complete picture. Oh no. Our counter-attack began with this. You had one half, and I had a half, and I had the other. Apart, we won't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. Now kiss me, you devil. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. I cry now. In my edge cabin. In my edge hole. In my edge cave. Mr. Edgeworth, love it in the air. If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do. Just remember, you can't let what happened kill the prosecutor in you. Or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But... look. But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. And in the bedroom. No, like... Farewell. Good night, little prince. Mwah. Kissed him away. I kissed his boo-boo away. Let's go. I better be going too. Okay. But I'll be by to visit soon. And now kiss. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation. Scientific investigation. This is the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. Stop smiling. Feelings. Stop it. Stop feelings. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Stop feelings. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Yeah, no melons! Don't leave melons behind! No! A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story, huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Well, yeah, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who'll be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding, pal. What? Wait, what? Nani? Thank you, Mr. Wright, you're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. I'm leaving! I am leaving now! Yeah, this is like, I guess this is credits now, so... It was a super good case. I arranged Europe. She will be in Europe. A top Corona. Uh-oh. Cool. Okay. It is getting late, guys. It is getting super late. I don't know if I want to play the credits, but I guess I do. So, I guess while the credits play, I could do maybe this. Oh, I have no camera in this. Oh my god, shit. Okay, I have no idea. So I let it play for now. Yeah, let's talk about the case for like 5 seconds here. I really liked the case. It was a super mega long case. I mean, like, yes, it was like to bring it onto the DS, and this was like the special DS case, and it was a super long one because, you know, why not? Like, I guess it was worth the money at the time. Like, you get all the cases from the advance, and you get this like very long special case. So I guess it's cool. I like the whole story of it. Like, it was good. I don't know. I feel like it was not a hard case in solving it in your mind, and it was not a hard case on court either. Gonna be just like that, Dick. It was not a hard case either. Like, I didn't make that many mistakes. So I guess it was like, you know, sometimes I have like, you know, problems with the evidence. Like, like, you know, there's like, oh yeah, how do I like prove that Edgeworth was the one, or the car was the one that moved the body? Like, yeah, you can show the picture of the freaking car, or you could show the freaking screwdriver. And then again, during the talking about that, they show the picture of it. Like, like, you know, but it is not that, you know. So it's okay. It was a good, again, it was a good case. I liked the whole game, basically. So if you ask me about, yo, what's your opinion about Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, I would say, like, the characters are great. Again, even the evil ones are great. And it's okay written. I can enjoy it. Like, I know I have like a child brain and a smooth brain too, but again, I'm like childish sometimes and all that, but I can appreciate the story for what it is even now. So this is not, I would, yeah, I know it's anime, guys, but it's not for children. It's like for young adults, and I can enjoy it too. Like, again, everything in this is enjoyable. And I had a blast. So I'm looking forward to play the other games too. So again, I know I will talk about Brandon Guy. Ooh. Oh no, Aji. Mr. Left. Haha. Sorry, gotta go, bailing. Are we done yet? Can we speed this up? Dancing to the credits. I want to say so much more, but this is clearly credits, so I will give the credit. Yeah, cat jam this. Oh no, Maya. Ah, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objections. Still, I can't go back until I'm fully fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon's training about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. So the next game is like playing years later, I assume? Would be cool. Like seeing a more like evolved Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I like, but again, I want to talk about other things too, and I don't know if I do like a, I don't know if I do like a just finished now, or after the trilogy. I guess I do it after the trilogy. Bellboy. What's going on? An envelope? Oh no. Can we, like... I can't escape these cutscenes too, so we will endure them together. The truth is my controller died, so... Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Yeah, you're done. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah. Love letter to one party boy to another. Oh, I can look at this? Cool. Oh, yeah, maybe I should like... Scientific investigation. My payment! Finally! Oh, god damn it! Why is there no money? Like... Aww, such a cute photo. Can't escape this photograph. I can't escape the photograph, guys. Capcom. Race from the ashes. I guess it's the special case. Capcom. Yeah, Capcom did this, by the way. Very good job. Okay, I enjoyed it. Please don't DMCA your music. Yeah, this is it. Finally.